Gambling games on Roblox. Wait, actually, no, I mean dopamine rush games on Roblox. Wait, no, actually, I mean no games because these aren't games. Today, we're going to be talking about RNG games on Roblox. RNG games on Roblox are a very interesting topic due to the fact that, well, first of all, they're not really games to begin with. And on top of that, they still make a huge impact to this platform. And today, we'll be talking about why people hate these games. Why people hate Souls RNG. Now, as you guys are seeing, this is Souls RNG. Now, this is pretty much the map. It goes well more in depth because you're able to explore inside the cave. But pretty much, this is the game as a whole. And all you do is you hop on, which is what I just did. And you have three options right here. These are the most important pieces of the game. It's what makes up this whole game. It makes it, quote unquote, a game. And as you see, I found a common. So I can either equip it or skip it. I'm gonna skip it, and I do it again, and then I do it again, and then I do it again. Now they do have the option that I can do auto roll and I can do quick roll. So if I do that, it goes faster. I believe quick roll does cost Robux, so I did pay for it, but I think it's very cheap. And the reason why it is very cheap is because what a lot of people don't realize when it comes to most of these RNG games on Roblox, they're mainly getting their source of money from you staying long periods of time in their game. So if I was to estimate how much money this game probably already made, it's definitely around the 6 to 7 figure range, if I'm being dead honest with you. Now, the main reason on why people are complaining about this game is due to the fact that it literally adds nothing to this platform. And technically, it really isn't a game because your computer is doing all the work for you. In reality, all you're doing is just hopping on, leaving your computer on for a couple of hours. For most people, especially content creators, they can leave their PC on for like a whole day or two just to see what they can get through their luck if they have max luck. Usually they'll do that, and then by the end of it, they'll most likely check the whole clip and see if they got anything good. Or majority of the times, it will just pop up on your screen and you can either equip it and script it. That's pretty much the only thing that the game has to offer. Other than the fact that it does have a crafting spot, which you can, you know what I'm saying, press F. You have Jake, he says, which is workshop. You open it and you pretty much have these gears. Now, what these things do is that they just maximize your luck. Yes, that's pretty much it. And that's the game. There's no PvE, there's no PvP, there's absolutely no engaging other than the fact that you literally hop on just to leave your computer and let that do all the work while you probably go outside. Or actually no, majority of people that play this game don't really go outside. But besides that, the main reason on why people do not like Souls RNG is due to the fact that it's adding absolutely nothing to this platform other than promoting gambling and pretty much that dopamine rush that everyone's talking about once you get something good. Now, obviously, yes, if I was playing this game and I got something good, I'll be happy. But I feel like that happiness will only last you a few seconds, and then after that, you're just gonna start rolling again, which is what they want you to do. They want you to spend more time on this game so they can make more revenue. This is not a game. All they want you to do is stay in the game for long periods of time so they can make more money. It's that simple. And if you really think about it, all this game is really doing is just promoting gambling to this site, which is already a huge issue that Roblox has currently. And now with Souls RNG getting so much popularity, it's gonna start a new wave, which we are already gonna see, and you're gonna see later on in this video that it's going to cause. Now, the real question is this, because I know majority of the people that are watching this video probably do enjoy Souls RNG, even though it's not a game, but you know what I'm saying, you might like the game. Now, the real question is this though, what can Souls RNG improve on? Yeah, it went quiet due to the fact that there's literally nothing that this game can do to improve it. Other than the fact that I've been seeing other people suggest that maybe they should add PvP with the auras you get. But then at the same time, it will carry the similar concept that this other RNG game, which is called Blades of Chance, which is pretty much just Souls RNG but with PvP. We're going to be talking about that more later on the video. But even if Souls RNG all of a sudden decides to add PvP, I feel like the game wouldn't even change at all. The same thing with progression as well. And if you really think about it, if they do make that switch from an RNG game to an RPG game, obviously majority of people are gonna start spending less and less time on the game, which clearly is not what the developers want, because at the end of the day, this game is just gambling and they want more money in their pockets, and they're gonna try to find any sort of method to make you, the consumer, stay longer on their game. Now, moving on to the next topic, we have issues with upcoming RNG games that are coming to this platform. And first, we have Hades RNG, which is actually already out. Now, yes, this is Hades RNG, practically the same thing as Souls RNG. But the cool thing about this game is that they have a lot of different auras, as you can see, and the game actually has audio for each of the auras. Now, I'm gonna just give you guys a quick warning because it sounds crazy once I put the audio on, but yeah, let's put it on. Oh yeah, I'm scared. Let's go to the middle. That's what it sounds like. Yep. Okay, yeah, we're turning that off. But yeah, like I said, practically the same thing as Souls RNG, but they have slightly better auras, which is a trend that you guys are going to be seeing a lot throughout this video with the upcoming Souls RNG copy games coming out. Now, I just want to get this straight too. Souls RNG is not the founder of RNG games. I know I said Souls RNG copy, but let's be honest, majority of these developers are only making more RNG games nowadays due to the fact that Souls RNG is finding so much success by doing it. But I just want to get that straight because people believe that Souls RNG was like the first RNG game ever made on Roblox. That's why it blew up. No, that is not the case. Now, other than that, there's not really much you can do on this game other than walk around, press roll, try to get something good. And if you don't get anything good, you just keep spinning. They also have the same thing, very similar to Souls RNG with the quick roll and the auto roll. This one requires 500. Yeah, you can't even buy it early. And then this one's a game pass, which you can buy early for only 100 Robux. Now, once again, how this game makes money is mainly from premium payouts. The longer you stay, the more money you make. So even though this game has on average around 8k to 20k players, they are still making a decent amount of money. Now, the next one we actually have is BOC, which pretty much stands for Blades of Chance. Now, the funny thing about this game is that, as you guys are seeing from the screen, they actually ended up releasing an AFK chamber until the actual release date, which is going to be in 3 days, so pretty much the 28th. Now, the whole funny thing about this is that you guys know why they're doing this is in order to get more money. Each minute that you stay on this game, you get 1 gem. And I believe the AFK chamber is literally open for everyone right now, and there's over 2k people just playing this alone. So imagine the amount of players they're going to be getting on release. Now, when it comes to BOC, it's practically the same thing as Souls RNG, of course, because it's still an RNG game. The only difference between this game and all the other RNG games I'm going to be talking about in this video, and that I already talked about, is that this game actually has somewhat of PvP. The reason why I'm saying somewhat of it, because as you guys are seeing on the screen, it's pretty much just you swinging the sword. Now, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's something. It's a stepping stone. So now we have an RNG game that has a lot of cool auras, as you guys are seeing on the screen. Very cool. And then they also have PvP. So like, why would we not be hyped? Now, I don't know if you guys could tell by my voice, but yeah, I was joking. The PvP for this game is not good. Obviously, the only thing you're really doing is pretty much when you fight someone, you're just whacking the weapon that you're holding. That's pretty much it. You don't get any cool special abilities once you actually get a cool aura. And as you guys can tell, pretty much the rarer the aura you get, the stronger you are. So let's say you have something out of 1 out of a billion and you're fighting someone that has 1 out of a million. Obviously, you're gonna beat the hell out of that guy because you have the rarest one. Now, the overall concept, obviously, it's an RNG game. Why are we expecting them to do more? Because at the end of the day, they're only doing this just so they can get money. But I would admit, compared to all the RNG games that I've seen so far that are coming out soon, this seems to be, quote unquote, the most promising one that people are going to be enjoying. Now, overall, like I said, it's still somewhat not a game. The only reason why I'm really saying that is because of the fact that compared to all the other ones, obviously this one has PvP. Now, the next RNG game that we have is Zenith RNG. Now, I'm not gonna lie with you, I'm not gonna talk too much about this game. What you guys are probably seeing on the screen is a few clips that the game has to offer from their sneak peek channel. The reason why I'm not talking about this game is because, one, it isn't out. It's coming out soon, but that's not really my issue. This game is literally the same thing as everything else I've been mentioning, other than the fact that it looks slightly better. As you guys are seeing from the clips, they have nicer animation, a nicer map, nicer aura, nicer GUIs, but doesn't change the fact that the game is literally just an RNG game. They're putting all this work just to make it look good, when at the end of the day, people don't care. If the auras look somewhat decent, people are going to play it. And that is the main thing when it comes to most of these RNG games. People are just addicted. That's literally what it is. Now, to show you guys an example on what I'm talking about, this is going to be one of the aura / animations they're going to be adding for the game. So this is what it looks like. You press store, you have the sword. Now obviously, yes, it looks clean, the animation looks smooth, nothing wrong with it, the aura looks nice. Yeah, this is definitely going to be some goddamn 1 out of a million. And yep, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Now, next we have anime RNG. Now, this is practically, once again, the same thing as the other RNG games I've been listing off, but it just looks slightly better. Now, in my opinion, from what I've seen from this game, it looks like a way more flashier Souls RNG, if that makes any sense. Well, it really should, because, you know what I'm saying? There's not really much to any of these games that I'm listing off, but yeah, it's just more flashy. The UIs, the GUIs, they look slightly better, as you guys are seeing. And then if we go over here, we have the crafting spot, which I didn't really show it from all the other RNG games I was playing in this video, but each of those RNG games that I was showing you guys have this whole crafting system. Souls RNG has it. The first RNG game on Roblox, I believe, have it. And pretty much with all these potions, crafting, all these things, all they do is maximize your luck and the speed of it. And yeah, not really much to this game other than the fact that it looks really flashy, like almost very hard to see. But yeah, now to end off this video, we are on the last RNG game that I'm going to be showing you guys. And pretty much this RNG game is called Anime Roulette. Now, the reason why I'm even showing all these RNG games, the upcoming ones, the ones that are currently out, is to prove my overall point that none of them are unique. And the reason why I'm saying that is because others are also saying the same thing as me. What these games are doing is trying to one up each other, or either release really soon while the trend is active. And what I mean by the trend being active is the overall RNG hype. That's the reason why Souls RNG is so popular. That's the reason why all these other RNG games are coming out trying to one up each other in quality so they can get more players. But at the end of the day, it literally does not change anything because they are all the same. This game in particular is probably, not even probably, is definitely the worst one that I've shown throughout this whole video. The auras do not look good. They look obnoxious to look at, and the map doesn't offer anything. And if you could just tell, why is everyone just standing in one area? It's because when it comes to RNG games, people don't want to explore. Why would they want to walk around? Why would they want to touch their computers once they get into the game? All they're gonna do is hop on, get their AFK, auto clicker, whatever, thingy mashigi, hop on, and then on it. And then they're just gonna go AFK. And then once they get something good, they might walk around a little bit, but that's pretty much it. Now, at the end of the day, I'm not hating on all these RNG games on Roblox. It is very disappointing to see that gambling games on Roblox are making such a big impact for people that are just starting off on Roblox, mainly kids, and they're pretty much just wasting their days, wasting money and time that they can use for other actual engaging games on the platform. But yeah,